Swine flu, like the name suggests, it's a virus that generally originates with pigs. The good news is you cannot get it from eating pork. The pigs in general are a petri dish for the disease because of their living conditions, and recent changes in the way hogs are raised and might have laid a foundation for this outbreak. William Lajeunesse is live in Fresno, California for us. What's the thinking, William, on how this flu virus, that I guess is a sort of a hybrid swine flu, human flu, how was it created?
Well, John, that's a question we had, is how do people get flu from a pig? How do pigs get the flu from a bird? Because as we understand, this particular strain, if you will, has elements of human flu, swine flu, and bird flu in its side. Basically what we find out is that the flu virus inside a bird is held in their intestinal tract. What they believe is that basically bird droppings were ingested by a pig. The pig already had swine flu. The variant, or the mutant, if you will, developed inside a pig. That was then given to a human who already had human flu. And then that mutated basically inside the host, inside probably a farm worker somewhere in Mexico. Maybe he worked at a pig farm, if you will, and that person was contagious. He didn't necessarily get sick, and yet maybe a family member or a friend, then it was transferred to them. But while we call this swine flu, the swine generally, both in Mexico and here in the U.S., are not getting sick at all. John?
So what is it that makes this particular strain of the flu so contagious?
Well, basically within that virus, if you will, there are several strands, about 8 strands. What they believe in this particular case is that about 1 or 2 strands are swine flu, 1 strand may be avian flu, but the majority of the virus is a human flu. And that is why it is so contagious from one person to another. Because as you know, swine flu per se is quite rare in humans, about 2 or 3 cases a year at most. But this particular hybrid, if you will, has mostly human flu in it. So therefore it is very contagious from you to me, but not typically when a farmer typically gets maybe swine flu. They have antibodies inside, and it is not contagious, if you will, to other people because it's defeated within that farmer, people who are associated with pigs on a daily basis. But this case in Mexico is very unusual, and it is, again, as I said, a really rare strain, if you will, with that avian, swine flu, and human flu all together, and it is being passed on to people. John?
All right, interesting stuff, William Lajeunesse. Thanks.
You hear that pig, too, William. It's coming across the loud and clear that snorting. It's very funny. I thought
yeah, they kind of resent this fact, Jane, that it's being called swine flu because mostly it is human flu, and the swine are fine. Yeah. And there's all kinds of precautions taken at a place like this. So, in fact, swine are generally vaccinated against swine flu.
Don't be giving us a bad name.
Because it is fairly common. You know, I want to say, you know that pigs get the flu. They sneeze, they cough, they have mucus coming out, and basically the way this is caught onto people is that a pig will sneeze on something, and then it will get on something like this, and then a human will pick it up, and then they'll touch their nose or their mouth, and that's how it's transferred from pigs to people.
Wash those hands, William Lajeunesse.
See, pig mucus doesn't sound so great, but that's a cute face. Look at those ears. And that noise? So the swine are fine. Thanks, William.